Greetings, it's Vaygrim. Welcome to a Friday episode of VAYGRIM'S Chance. I actually do not start off today in the castle. I start off in the workshop. Specifically because I've got some things that I have just made. I have 4 vibrant oh gosh. No. Stop. Well, that's too late. Okay. I'm just going to put them up here so they don't keep charging. I have 4 vibrant capacitor banks. I have an adapter and some cable. What am I going to do? Well, let's go over to the... Actually, I don't need that. Stand on a little thingy. Tech lab. We're going to go over to the reactor. 70% left. Beautiful. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hold Control W down and shut down the reactor program. Why am I going to do that? Well, I have a plan. I asked my friend Vexitos, genius that he is, he made this program. And I asked him about the possibility of having the, I think these are going to charge no matter what I do. So I'm going to put that one down, and that one, and that one, and then that one right there, okay? I want to have more power buffer. Is there a, wait a minute. Okay, I think all that power went out. Let's disable that. I don't know if there's anything else that's touching it. I don't think any of that counts. I'm going to disable connectivity just in case. There's nothing back here. Okay, perfect. So it had power, but I think it went out to this. Basically, I want to have more of a power buffer, specifically because with the advent of this design for this castle of ours, I have to worry about how much power every single one of these shield generators is taking. I need a bigger buffer of power because just 10 million might not cut it. As you can see right now, that is dropping at a pretty good clip. Well, this is where an updated version of the reactor program is actually going to come in. I have this set of capacitors right here. I don't even need the cabling. I'm going to get an adapter and put it right there. I don't think I need to actually plug anything into it. We'll see. And it should be, if we can go over here, I do OPPM. I'm going to actually have to get some, let's do update. No. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. OPPM list. This program requires an internet card to run. Right. Graphics card tier 1. I do not have a really good graphics card on this. Hang on a second. Let's go over here. This is a tier 3 graphics card. Memory. Internet card. Yay. Boop. Right. Okay, I have to go put that in there. I think I have to restart this. It's going to boot straight into my reactor program. Hold down Control W. There we go. Let's do OPPM info. OPPM. Okay, info, this is big reactors control, I think. I think that's what we have it installed as. Whoa. Information about package, big reactors control, very simple big reactor program, turbine control. Author of Vexitest, run with dash S to make it not print any text to screen. Okay, so what we're actually going to do, OPPM, uninstall big reactors dash control. OPPM is a wonderful program. And it has allowed me to make use of open computers. No, big reactors cap bank. Okay, now in theory, I'm going to reboot this. Running in capacitor bank mode. Okay, as you will see, it's currently stored. Storage percentage. It's going up. It's 5 million, but that's barely 5%. Well, oh, we have to hook this up to main power. Hang on a sec. Duh. Oh, I bet I can do I hate that I have to have the cursor at big reactor, redstone port. I don't have a power tap over there. I'm going to have to go make a power tap real quick. Nope. Let's turn that back on. Go over here at big and we need a power tap, which I think is that one. Let's get that. Conduit. Let's get, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. Let's get these. Okay. So now it is taking into account that is maxed out. I tell you what I need to do. I forgot to hook something up real quick because this is important. The reactor is shut down. Let's go over here. And this makes me a little nervous. I'm going to put power tap. And what I'm actually going to do is we're going to get that. Okay. Now these are actually going to go let's put one right there and one right there. Okay, so the reactor is now emptied into this. This is the primary buffer. And you notice we have 875 RF per tick going out to the rest of the system. Now what I need to do is let's do restart. Reboot. There we go. Yay. So within 10 minutes, there we go. Running in capacitor bank mode, currently stored, as you can see. $12 million RF. What I think I can do. Actually, no, that is the dominant side. Anyway, this is actually all up and running. What I can do later, if I wanted to, is move all of this back one. So the adapter is there, the power cable stop there, into a second stack of 4 vibrant capacitor banks. That would be not just 200 and... oh gosh, I have to count the zeros. That is 200, that is 25 million. Is it? Yeah, vibrant capacitor bank is 25 million RF per tick. This whole system right now, I mean, 25 million RF. So this is 100 million RF. I could do another second stash of 200 million. What this means is that the reactor, when it charges up, will run for longer. It will cap this up to 90% and then coast to a stop. But here's the thing. It's not counting this 100 million. It's counting this 100 million plus this 10 million. When all of this combined, this will fill up, and then this will reach a certain percentage that equals 90% of both of those combined. So total power is 110 RF. When that total power reaches 90% of 110 RF, that means 110 million RF, then it will stop the reactor. The reactor will coast to a finish. And when it gets under 10% of that value, which would be, I think, 11 million, it gets below 11 million RF, then it'll kick the reactor back on again. Now, what this means is the reactor is going to be running for longer. And if you look right here, millibuckets per tick being used, we have 14K flux per tick. If we wanted to, we have no, I thought we had the rods down farther. I think we did at one point. Improves efficiency a little bit. It is cutting back our power per tick, but it's already lowered our millibuckets per tick. And the longer this runs, then the more efficient this actually is. It is actually bad to run a big reactor on short bursts of power consumption, or short bursts of power recharge. So now, if you look, we're at 56 million RF per tick. That is 52%. Current production, 12,730 something RF per tick on average. Now, long term, I do think that no, there isn't much longer term in this series, but I do think I should upgrade to either a larger reactor design or turn this over to liquid reactor to make steam for turbines, or come up with another way to make steam for the turbines. Don't know how yet, though. I haven't thought that far in advance. But, yeah. So, this is basically going to run for a little bit. I can put those back in the system, put those back. I put my tools in one of the alchemical chests to repair them earlier today. These were all starting, actually the hammer doesn't, but these two were starting to take some real wear and tear. So yeah. So thanks to Vexatos, we now actually have a real big backstock on, I can't believe I almost forgot to hook the power up. That's a genius thing to do. Yeah. So anyway, thanks to Vexatos, we now actually have a very, very good backstock of power. Actually, if I wanted to, I could do, let's see. Somebody's explained to me once before, max throughput of a, or max output is 20,000 RF per tick on an Ender IO energy conduit. But if I remember right, that's not the limitation of the pipe. That's per connection, I think. Which means we could technically do this. I know you don't have to do this anymore. It's an old superstitious thing of mine. It's just the way that I work. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. Something in my mind is still programmed. I played Minecraft for so long, modded Minecraft, having to worry about power loops, that it is very ingrained in my system. I realize that this is actually completely pointless nowadays. As a matter of fact, I could probably just switch that back to in-out. But something in my brain tells me that this makes things better. I'm not going to explain why, because I'm not sure I can. But what we can now do, it is reaching, if you notice, this is almost full. And if you also notice, this only has, as you look at the tooltip at the top, Wayla is telling us this has 11,820 something inbound. That's because, if you look at the current production of 12,690 whatever, that minus the current inbound is the difference of 875 that we actually have going out. So our whole system right now, we are broadcasting out 875 RF per tick because of keeping the shield generators on, because of the AE2 system, everything else around here that's got a dimensional transceiver that is giving it power. So the farms down below. Let's see, can I? Yeah. These things, oh gosh, you know what I need to do? Hang on. Oh crap, that other one died. I need to... Let's see, let's do... I pull one of those out of my hat. Let's put that there temporarily. I never put a system in place for oh gosh, let's see. This would be obsidian. I just need some, and books. Let's do that. I also am going to need my Mind Stone. I can't remember how much it is. I know I'm probably wasting experience in somebody's mind. Oh, that's a book and quill. Oh, gosh. Feather. And ink. Actually starting to run low on ink sacks. I didn't think that day would ever come. Let's get one of those. Put the rest of those away. I need that. This. One of the things I absolutely love about that Ender IO system is being able... Perfect. Okay, I'm going to get that and put it there. And that will give this enough time, hopefully, to repair. Okay. Let's go see. Oh, that's not right. I was aiming for the tech lab. I just aimed badly. So the reactor is off. This thing is 100%... That is one thing I'm thinking about now. 10% means that it's 11 million RF. That's 1 over this. That is something I'm going to have to consider. It might be that I have to ask Vex to adjust this to 95%, because that is going to be a small enough margin of error with larger power numbers. We could probably even make it 97% if we wanted to, because 1% is 1 million RF. So we could have a 3 million RF margin of error, and that's only 3%. Actually, it's going to be 3.3% or whatever. Something. Wow, math is hard. So now this is actually the primary buffer. This is actually counting. This is overflow. But, yeah. I think now it's gotten to the point to where we could probably just tune this. This is the other thing I like about this. I have a very nice and easy reference outbound power number. All I have to do is look at this. If I want to, I can even put it right there. Oh, I actually have 875 outbound right now for crazy reasons. Yeah, so that's cool. I like that. That's very neat. That was a great addition. I do see, however, we're going to have to fine-tune that and probably just raise it to like a 2% margin. 2% at the bottom, 2% at the top, because the larger we make the power storage, the more irrelevant this is getting. Because right now, the 10% margin is larger than all of this, so it doesn't get charged up. That's, yeah, it's something to consider. But Vex will probably watch this. He will probably hop on it right away and get the problem corrected. No big deal. So next thing I need to do, over the weekend, I am going to be addressing the crenellations here. I'm going to get all of these crenellations and replicate them over here. What that means is, I'm curious. What happens? Do I have one in here? No, I think it's over here. What happens if we turn all the projectors off? Let's turn this one off. But I need to make all of these projector setups, all the walls, look the same. That's what I'm going to do over the weekend. And I'm also going to finish all the trim on the towers over the weekend, so that the entire outer perimeter will be done. Everything that we'll have to worry about from that point forward is going to be inside, either inside the perimeter walls or inside the castle itself. Actually, no, that's what's on my agenda for this weekend. I'm turning all of these things off. That is every shield projector flipped off, I believe. Let's go back to our power number and look. Okay, so each one is only taking... That doesn't make sense. Oh, unless they're still using it. It's just not active. That's something to consider. Hang on a sec. We can test this real quick. This is one of those learning experiences. We went down basically 6 RF per tick, which is about half an RF per reactor. I mean, per projector. Let's do that. That disconnects those shield blocks. No? Okay. Maybe these things don't take as much power as I thought they should. Maybe they're really not eating that much. That could mean that the majority of my power usage, whoa gosh, is the AE system. Ooh. Let's go look at that real quick. Now somewhere over here I have this little thing. Usage. We have something else that's still using a lot of power. And what is it? $93 RF per tick. That's one culprit. Gonna have to figure this one out. See, I don't have a configuration set up. Oh, I wonder. Infused. These might actually be taking it also. If I disconnect this, that has no outbound power flow. That includes these. That includes all of these machines, which means none of these things. Let's do that. That's no outbound power. No outbound power. Okay. Weird. Some of these are working constantly, if I remember correctly. I've got this AE2 system over here. That's only 12. I think some of these machines are actually going all the time. So that might be where all of my power is going to. We'll have to see. I don't know. It's interesting. But we do actually have, on average, about 870 RF per tick being used. But I tell you what, educational, these projectors use a lot less than I thought they did when they're 100% infused. That means that infusion was a real good choice. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this episode for today. But today is Friday. What that means? What does that mean? Well, let's get this and put it back there. I still have not even begun to start filling those things up. That means today I get all of my stuff. I made a new pair of these, by the way, and I made them completely upgraded without the jump boost anymore. Or the pounce. So basically now when I have these things on, I have 1, 2, 3, but that jump, the single jump, is a reasonable and manageable height. There is such a thing as having too high of a jump boost. It makes it hard to do fine-tuned movement. Let's see, I'm going to put that there, that there, that there. That goes up. That will stay. Everything else now. All of this stuff. Everything in my inventory goes in the magic box, the gear box. So, when you see this episode, there will be a download available. This download will actually let you load up this world in version 107 of my mod pack, download it and putter around and see all of these changes, including, let's go over here, the new power system update over here, which is awesome. This makes me very, very happy. We have a really, really nice buffer now. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to cut things off here. Thank you very much for joining me. Why am I walking back when I can teleport? Boop. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.